So this bar in Milwaukee called the Garage put together a list, or one of the employees did, as to what artists aren't allowed to be played at the bar. And it was like all the most popular poppin' hip hop artists of today. And of course, all or almost all are black. And so it raised some red flags in the Milwaukee community. And it just reminded me how ignorant and backwards Madison is, because this is commonplace in Madison. They just accept that rap music isn't permitted in bars. It's a lot of rednecks and crackers and hillbillies and just honkies in Wisconsin. It's a very, very backward state. And that rings true in its capital, Madison, Wisconsin. They let you perform there if you're not from there. If you're not from Madison, they'll let you perform on stages there. But if you're from there, they won't. They'll ban you. And at the bottom of this list of the Garage, it was a note that said no Milwaukee music. And that's very out of the ordinary for Milwaukee. They had all these people commenting. Sexy Red made a post. They had Wave Chappelle on the news talking about this.
Milwaukee music is having one of its biggest renaissances ever. And so to find out an establishment like that is not supportive of it, it's disappointing.
And it's a big deal because they actually care about people in Milwaukee. In Madison, it's just this fascist regime weighing down on those actually putting effort into life. But in Milwaukee, it seems like they care about culture, they care about people, black people, and different folks involved in hip hop. In Madison, it's very anti-culture, anti-anything that would be progressive. They're liberals, they like to preach a certain agenda, and they really like transsexuals and Jews, very much so. But in Milwaukee, they stand up for those who are speaking up for those from oppression, those from poverty, those from an interesting way of life, and they let them take the stages here, which is just, it really reminded me how backwards and ignorant Madison, Wisconsin is. They're still clinging to the, well, garage or garbage or Smashing Pumpkins or whatever recorded in Wisconsin in that one time, and that's our claim to fame, and punk rock music and alternate rock music and country music. And that's culture. Madison is very entitled, immature, privileged, out of touch. It's surrounded by reality, yeah. It's also internally very behind the times. It's not nuanced. It's just a lot of hipster crackers in one area and with a lot of privilege. So it comes out looking like they have something, but really, Milwaukee is the cultural center point of Wisconsin and the center of its financial gain. If you disagree with that, you're purely just a racist. Banning hip hop to these people is no big deal. They would ban black people and anyone with any cultural value at all if they could. They are extremely bigoted and there's no reason to give them any attention, but they have all the power and they have the positions of power to just say hip hop is not allowed here, it's not allowed there, it's allowed in Milwaukee, it's not allowed in Madison, or no locals from Madison, only locals from Milwaukee allowed. This is what they do.